What I'm about to tell you is true. It's been said that history is written by those who are in power, or have the means to write it, or have won whatever battles there may be. But what I'm about to tell you is true history and an event that actually took place. All right, enough flowers and plants. Let's go to Coyote Canyon. This is the Middle Willows stream crossing. There is almost always water here and in Upper Willows. Now this area, this land here in Anza-Borrego can be beautiful with all these flowers that I've given you some pictures of and videos of. And in the summertime it can be blasting hot up to 120 degrees and beyond. The wind blows here. There's a lot of things that'll poke you, bite you, sting you. And yet, because of the presence of water, people always came to this area and or passed through this area. In the struggle between these two cultures of the European of this valley and the Native Americans, American Indians who lived here. A tribe called the Coyote tribe of the Cahuilla Indians, who became the Los Coyotes Reservation today. And although people have passed through this area for centuries, we've forgotten their struggles, we've forgotten the tragedies and the triumphs. Oh, hey, there you are. All right. Let me tell you a tragic story that involves this area, particularly right here. I'll use Google Earth to try and give you an image of it, but there used to be an Indian village here. And it was the Coyote tribe of the Cahuilla Indians. Because of frustration, starvation, depredation that came upon the tribe because the U.S. government, as it does sometimes, failed to ratify the treaties that they had made with these people. So they were never enforced. And they found that their land was being encroached upon more and more by those settlers who came into this area and the ranchers. Warner Ranch was already here. And so a revolt, if you want to call it a revolt, out of desperation, they attacked the Warner Ranch and they killed some rancher people there, some people, burned down the ranch. Then in retribution, some military was sent here from San Diego and came and captured these Indians, killing the chief, the main guy. And some people say they killed him here, and other people say they killed him in San Diego by firing squad. But there were 4 warriors here who in front of the people were executed by firing squad to teach them a lesson. Now the problem is a clash of cultures. It wasn't that these people were any better or any worse than any of the other Native American people. There certainly were tribes that were more vicious. These were actually pretty peaceable Indians. But in the Indian cultures, and many of the Indian cultures, if you took a horse from your enemy by stealing it or whatever, then it increased your status in your village as one who has many horses, and you bravely got them. But for the Europeans, stealing a horse was a capital offense. You could be hung for stealing a man's horse, because it was the difference between life and death for them out here. Also, out of necessity, they would take the livestock and kill the livestock of the ranchers, and the ranchers were barely eking out a living with what they had. They couldn't afford to have the local population killing their livestock for food, yet out of desperation to feed their families, what other choice did they have? And so you could see these two cultures were coming together, and there was going to be a clash between them. And it certainly there was. This is the Upper Willows, the area of the Coyote people's village or camp where they lived. This is the area where this tragic event took place. And so a rancher who is not worthy to be named, but a local rancher here, purchased a bunch of blankets that were infected with smallpox, and he gave them to these Coyote tribe of Kuya. And so the Coyote people abandoned this area and burned their homes out of fear. And not only did it devastate this tribe, who had no immunity to smallpox, but I believe I read that only 6 of them actually survived. The rest died from the smallpox epidemic that took place right here in Coyote Creek or Coyote Canyon. And in 1903, the U.S. government took these people and moved them on the other side of that mountain range, where it's called the Lost Coyotes Reservation today. I believe they have a casino. But it just shows you how bad it can be when we have these cultures colliding. And it brings out the worst in people at times. People, it doesn't have to be this way. The same justice should apply to all people. Let's say, well, what is that sense of justice? Here we had a clash of cultures. But I don't think there was anything this people did that would have justified giving them a bunch of blankets. Because in doing so, a bunch of blankets with the infected smallpox, that dreaded disease of the time. And in doing so, not did they kill men, but they killed women and children, innocent women and children. And they did it so effectively that hardly any was left. We should remember this and find a better way to resolve the differences of cultures. There has to be a better way.